Welcome to part 6 of Jesus' voice. And do you hear Jesus' voice and are you listening? Do you hear Jesus' voice and are you listening? He is keeping his word. He's keeping his word. And I've touched a little bit on Jonah and how he didn't want to go to Nineveh. And I've had my Jonah moments when I look around and I see people who are not, that could do better, that won't. That could absolutely be in church but choose to be somewhere else instead. Am I trying to pass judgment? No, I'm not saying names. I'm just saying they could be, but they won't. But, there's more to it than just that. And we're going to find out what that is right here. Because there's absolutely reason why those of us that are taking this very serious. Let me ask this question. Have you ever looked around at your world, the people in your life, and just looked around and thought, Lord, I really don't fit in here. I don't fit in with them. I'm nothing like them. I don't fit in at all here. Why am I so different? You ever felt like that? You ever felt like you stick out like a sore thumb and like you do not conform to the world at all, like the people around you do, but yet they're professing to be Christian? And you think, well, Lord, if they can do that, why can't I? But yet your conscience won't let you, as you call it. That's not your conscience. That's the voice of God stopping you from doing something wrong before you do it. Man called it conscience. But the truth is, that's the voice of God. Or, if it's just letting you do anything you want, that's the voice of Satan. Because God will stop his children from doing things they shouldn't. Evil things that are against him. But here's what's going on. You may say, well, I don't see that there's good working from the things I've been going through lately. I've been walking through a real big valley. Well, did you ever think that you've met your Job moment and you're being tested? God has turned you over to Satan to let him sift you like wheat so that he can prove you're really his. So we just got to haul up under us a juniper tree and sit here and throw berries at people till we beat them in the head. And just be quiet and be still and know that he is God and he's got this. Because this is a promise and God cannot lie. We're going to get on into that. We're going to get on into that. Okay, this is still Romans 8, verse 29. Romans 8, verse 29. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to conform to the image of his Son. Gentlemen, are you listening? He's even talking about the women. Because he calls us all sons. Because he doesn't cite differences in us. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son. That means we all have a chance to be conformed to the image of Jesus. You got that? We all can be conformed. Those that he foreknew are going to be conformed to the image, to his image, to the image of his Son, that he might be the first born among many brethren. That's talking about Jesus being the firstborn among many of us, brethren. Now, you think that the women are not going to get in? So why didn't it say brethren and sisters? Because he doesn't make difference in us. There is neither male nor female. He calls us all the brethren, meaning we're one family. Moreover, whom he did predestine, them he also called. And whom he called, them he also justified. And whom he justified, them he also glorified. And if you notice that my screen is pulsing, I do apologize. I don't know why it's been doing that lately. It's developed a sense of humor, I guess. It could be the solar charges and stuff that's interfering with it. Because there have been a lot of solar flares lately. So it could be that's hitting it and it messes with the electronic components. But whatever. Anyways, back into this. What shall we then say to these things? If God be for us, and that means if God is for us, who can be against us? Yeah, you've been through a lot lately. Yep, we all are. Why? Because this is the last days and we are in the heat of a spiritual war. And right now, we're being trod kind of underfoot by the devil, the beast system, and they're wreaking havoc with us. We got to be strengthened up. We got to get our love light strengthened up. We got to get our lights trimmed and burning, and we got to really, those that are predestined of the Lord. Yeah, some of y'all don't believe in that. Stick with me. Stick with me. Because now we're going to go into Ephesians 1. Now, here's Ephesians 1. And starting at verse 4. According as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world. When did he choose us? According as hath chosen us. According as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love. And I was talking about putting on the whole armor of God. If you're not trusting what this word is saying, you can't have that shield of faith. You don't believe. If you don't believe that God has you, no matter how dark it looks right now, and no matter how much your shield may be getting knocked into your face, no matter how much you're taking a beating, no matter how many times you've been knocked down, get back up. Because let me tell you something, the good is coming. The good is coming. Now, let's read that one more time. According as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love. Having predestined us, yeah, we were just talking about that over in Romans. Having predestined us unto the adoption of children by Jesus Christ to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. Of his will. Not ours, his. And I will see you in part 7.